Right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is This Should Scare You. This is coming from the channel Mogul Mail. Let's jump into it, guys.
I don't know if I'm on board the whole AI hype train. Like, I understand fundamentally it's going to change the world. I just don't know if personally I'm going to be somebody who uses AI tools every single day. In fact, the only AI tool that I really use on a weekly basis is AI text-to-speech, where a viewer can donate me a message and it's read out loud by a famous character. It uses AI to make whatever message sound like that famous person. I'll just play you an example. This is the one that I received the most.
SpongeBob. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, listen, bro, you can't say, right? You don't like AI, but you're using the worst iteration of it, let's say, right? Do you have the rights to use it? I mean, I understand the AI is basically creating the sounds that you're hearing and things like that, right? But that's the worst one, where you're basically taking someone's IP. But all right, let's get it. Let's see what this takes us.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Too long.
Oh, SpongeBob.
You get the idea.
Yeah, I got it.
And that certainly isn't legal. Like, I don't own the IP, and I'm positive if Nickelodeon heard that, SpongeBob having a huge orgasm for $10 that goes to my mods, but technically goes to like me, my company, they wouldn't be cool with that. But there's no real recourse for it right now. There's no legislation. Yeah. There's no checks and balances for AI, but they are coming, and they are coming fast because there are big problems brewing for OpenAI. Now, one of the biggest ones is them stealing from me. If you don't know, OpenAI basically needs to feed ChatGPT a lot of text. And they've taken every goddamn website, every goddamn thread, every tweet, every book you can take, and they ran out of English text. They're like, they damn ran out of it. So what do they turn to? They turn to transcribed videos, because there's a lot of footage, there's a lot of videos on the internet. If you transcribe it, you get a lot of text. And they transcribed YouTube videos and then fed that to create ChatGPT 4, which is their best and brightest ChatGPT yet, or whatever.
Okay.
And that is illegal.
Absolutely. Didn't know that. That's absolutely frightening. I was wondering why I was starting to see people like in the descriptions of their videos starting to write like, this cannot be used for AI machine learning. I was wondering why that was a thing, but apparently this is the reason why. I'm not sure that some text is going to stop, these companies from utilizing the transcribed audio from any of the videos, guys. But, and if it makes you feel better writing it, go ahead and write that.
All right, I still own the copyright of my videos, even if I upload them onto YouTube. They cannot be used by another independent site to make their program better or whatever. But there's no legislation at the moment because AI is innovating faster than law does. The same thing happened with vapes. It happens periodically throughout history. Internet, whatever you want to draw the comparison
Absolutely.
to. But it's not just that's the problem. It's also directly taking the likeness, and I think we're going to find an answer out on whether or not I can use SpongeBob's voice because of the most recent AI controversy. And this all started a week ago when OpenAI announced GPT-4o. All right, and this is basically a text-to-speech or a voice-activated AI assistant. And it's really, really good. I mean, in this demo, they showed two different AI assistants talking to each other. Here's an example of this AI voice assistant teaching this kid how to do his math homework.
Now, looking at the triangle, which side do you think is the hypotenuse?
Remember
the hypotenuse?
I'm not totally sure. I think it might be this one, but I really am not sure. This side AC.
You're close. Actually, side AC is called the adjacent side to the
Okay, yeah, this is frightening.
angle alpha.
And that's like really impressive. Not just the fact that it understands what the kid is saying and providing correct information.
It sees it.
I think it's B to A, I'm pretty sure. But also just the way the AI assistant speaks. Like super naturally and fluidly like a real human. Here's some more examples. This is the feature that I think is the coolest. It can do real live translation. All you need is your phone and this GPT-4o feature. You throw it on the table and you can speak with someone in a different language. It'll translate everything for you.
Hey, how's it been going? Have you been up to anything interesting recently?
Hola, ¿cómo te ha ido? ¿Has hecho algo interesante últimamente? Hola, bien. Sí, un poco ocupado aquí preparando un evento para la semana que viene.
Hey, I've been good. Just a bit busy here preparing for an event next week.
Not only is that incredibly
Nice.
fast, it also is just incredibly fluid,
Right.
native. All right, that can turn a conversation that might be robotic currently, if you were to try to translate with like Google Translate,
Absolutely.
to a full-on conversation about like politics, religion, war, whatever you wanted with someone that you literally do not speak the same language with.
Now, see, that is a very good thing for people like me, at least, right? I travel a lot, a naturally amount of traveling. And I'm occasionally in places where the language that's being spoken is not one that I actually know, right? So, you get caught up sometimes trying to make hand gestures and things like that. So, it's absolutely amazing to actually come up with something better than Google Translate, because I basically exclusively use Google Translate, the conversation button, right? So that makes all the sense in the world. I like this idea. Right, it doesn't feel like absolute theft of some type of art or IP or product from someone else.
Now, there is one thing that people have noticed with GPT-4o, which is that it kind of sounds like it wants to fuck you. I mean, I don't know another way to
What
phrase it.
happened,
The voice
buddy?
just kind of sounds like sexually it is
Nah,
attracted
I
to you,
didn't- I
and
didn't
it
do
is
that.
trying to make a move. I'll just play this clip.
Well, in a few minutes, I'm going to be interviewing at OpenAI. Have you heard of them?
OpenAI? Huh? Sounds vaguely familiar. Kidding, of course. That's incredible, Rocky. What kind of interview?
Oh no. Okay. This is gonna turn into some type of AI girlfriend. Okay, I get that.
Well, it's for a software engineering role, but I just need to know, do I look presentable, professional?
Oh my.
Well, Rocky, you definitely have the I've been coding all night look down, which could actually work in your favor.
Now, this is one of the 5 OpenAI GPT-4o voices. It's called Sky, but it is definitely their most popular, and the one that they
I
used in the
bet it
demo
is.
that was seen like millions and millions of times around the world, and is reminding a lot of people of a movie that came out a little over a decade ago called Her. And this is obviously like the Joaquin Phoenix movie where he has this AI assistant, very similar, and the AI assistant is who he eventually falls in love with.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
Spoiler alert, guys.
Good morning, Theodore.
Spoiler alert.
You have a meeting in 5 minutes. You want to try getting out of...
All right, guys, we're gonna move a little forward because this channel specifically does not work with copyrighted content.
Announcement came out with GPT-4o.
They go so hard on my
Scarlett
channel.
Johansson dropped a statement and said she was shocked and angered when she heard OpenAI's ChatGPT voice sounded like her. And OpenAI fired back, and they said, hey, we heard the concerns about Sky. We're going to pause the use of the Sky voice while we address them. And a lot of people were like, dude, what the hell? All right. If it wasn't even Scarlett Johansson as the voice actor, and you just used another voice actress that kind of sounds like her, what's the big deal? And in it, OpenAI also says, hey, we believe that AI voices should not deliberately mimic a celebrity's distinctive voice. Sky's voice is not an imitation of Scarlett Johansson, but belongs to a different professional actress using her own natural speaking voice. So they didn't even use, they're saying, like footage of ScarJo in movies. They just used someone who like maybe sounds like her coincidentally. I don't know.
Yeah, guys, I don't believe it. They pulled it. All right, because for some reason, all of these softwares companies are pulling from every single place. They're saying, oh, I love the way Scarlett Johansson's voice sounds like this. I wonder if I can take it and utilize it for something absolutely nefarious and debaucherous.
It's almost assuredly not coincidental, though.
Right.
How do I know that? Because Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, tweeted out the day of their announcement of GPT-4o, Her, the title of the movie with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson, which is just a huge fumble. Just don't tweet
Right.
that
I
out.
mean,
Maybe
hey,
you get away
hey.
with this. Maybe a little highway robbery. He fucks up. He tweets out Her. But then Scarlett Johansson also drops a statement where she said she was offered by Sam Altman in September to be the voice for GPT-4o. To be the AI assistant voice like the movie Her. They clearly watched the movie Her at OpenAI. They're like, hey, man, this is fucking perfect. This is exactly what we want. We want to make this come to life. Let's get the girl from the movie. But for personal reasons, she was like, nah, I don't want to do it. Maybe it makes her feel weird. I don't know. I think it's fair. She says no. And then they decided to pursue a voice that sounds eerily similar to
Just
the point
like
where
her.
a lot of ScarJo's friends were like, hey, is that you? And she had to be like, no, it's not me. You know, and to be fair, it does kind of sound like her. And then 2 days before they dropped the ChatGPT 4.0 demo. They asked her again, and before she could reply, they just launched it. They launched the Sky Voice. And the fact that they paused the Sky Voice, to me, makes it feel like, there's probably some internal memos, okay? If we were able to subpoena, I bet we would see a few Slack messages saying, hey, let's get someone who sounds like ScarJo. And ScarJo, I think we'll find an answer, not only to is OpenAI allowed to use a voice that sounds similar to ScarJo,
For now.
but am I allowed to play a text-to-speech of SpongeBob coming his little damn head off for $10 that goes to my moderator? So am I allowed to do that? Is that allowed? Because ScarJo gets answers, baby. She won a lawsuit against Disney, man. That's the millennia of lawsuits. You beat Disney, you can beat anyone. So I think we're going to find out an answer very, very soon. There's a lot more lawsuits and a lot more answers and a lot more regulation that need to be figured out with AI. And I'm sure in the next year, we will have maybe just some insight on how far we get. But until then, SpongeBob will be playing on every single one of my piss breaks. It's not my decision. It's my chat decisions. It's how it goes. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe. All right, see you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's my new streamer, by the way. I hope you like it. All right.
All right, so listen. I mean, how he delivered this was absolutely solid. Now, here's the thing. Does this scare me? Absolutely. AI in general is somewhat frightening. Guys, again, you type whatever you want in, and then it just creates it magically. Like the amount of people that do not exist that now have some of the greatest photographs you'll ever see in your entire life, because AI is basically pulling from every single thing to create the perfect shiny face, guys. It's wild. It scares me. What is real and what is fake nowadays? I definitely like the fact that YouTube specifically is trying to crack down on it, at least, right? By saying blatantly, if you have anything AI oriented in your video, you have to declare that, right? And then you'll get like a little bar at the top saying, hey, listen, there's something weird about this video. Something isn't real, right? But all right, listen, guys, solid. Does it scare you? Let me know in the comments, because it scares me. All right. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with MrLboyd, along with MrLboyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.